Hello and welcome to the Deception Podcast. Attempting to make an audio show out of a visual art form since 2013. My name is John T. Sparrow. Alongside me is the solar eclipse himself, Mr. Aaron Hayes.
Thank you, it's a reference to my weight. Thank you. Very charming of you. And over on the other side of the internet is the King of Swing, the Amadeus, the Queen live in Montreal.
Stop just reading the CDs down there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I couldn't think of anything at all
These.
Couldn't think of anything else at all. It's Jordan O'Grady.
Hello.
Hi.
Hold on a second.
Got me pint of Guinness.
I've got... What have I got? I've got a Beck's Via.
And I have a cup of tea.
He's driving.
Keeping it old school.
We had a good week. It is Solar Eclipse Day today. Did you? Well, you won't have seen it because we're recording ahead of time. But when this is released, there's a solar eclipse about 9:45 in the morning.
Yeah, but that sounds...
I thought it was a bit earlier.
Well, it might change where you are, but not by much, I don't think. I don't know. It's been and gone by the time people hear this anyway. So
I remember the last
take
one.
our advice. I remember the last one. We went down south for the last one. We went out to the beach somewhere in Devon, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like quite a big deal.
Yeah.
This one, it's not going to be a complete full eclipse, thing. Not of the heart. No, it's not. About 80% coverage, I think. So, anyway,
Do you know what?
Thanks for listening to Astronomy Weekly.
I love how Jonty gets to decide what we talk about at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And every week it's always something that... Last week, you remember he went off on that one about the beer? I love my home brews and I love getting bottles of beer from this place. We don't care. Talk to us first.
Would you like me to talk about magic?
Do you know what? Yeah, let's do that more instead. But any of you, I don't know, maybe there'll be people out there who do mentalism. They might be tying that into their routines this weekend, perhaps.
What's your little thing there? It's getting caught.
It sounds like you're playing with
What was
Sorry.
that?
What's that noise?
I dropped my pooter.
Oh, did you? We'll need that a little while. So anyway, good. Let's dive straight in with... have you got yours ready for later on as well?
Getting it ready, yes.
Let's dive straight in with this week's Magic News.
Traveling the world of prestidigitation and bringing back the interesting bits. This is Magic News.
A few things I want to talk about this week then. We're going to start with a bit more TV magic.
TV magic.
Killer Magic is returning to our screens.
It is indeed. Dee, Chris, Jazz, Damien and Ben.
Very good.
Next Tuesday.
So it's got here, right, because, excuse me, correct me if I'm wrong, it says on the website here that this is Series 2. But Series 1 was one episode. Am I right in saying that?
I thought it was a pilot, weren't it?
Yeah, right, okay. So that's because I'm thinking back then, I thought, well, I definitely remember the one because Ben had stuff down his pants and Jazz ate a plate.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I remembered it, but I'm thinking I can't remember anything
Damien
else
had
about
that
any other...
fella in the chippy.
Yeah.
He got my name on it. Got my name on it. Guys, it's Danny, man. He's got my name on it.
Oh, I think I've got the clip of that somewhere. I'm going to play it.
That's a good one, that. And Dee blended a frog.
Yes.
Toad. It was Toad in the Hole. It was food theme.
That's right, food theme. So they're keeping that thing of it being a theme, aren't they?
I think they are. I think it's still going to be a theme
it's got
each
food
week.
here.
I think it's going to be... That's the previous episode.
Right.
I think it's going to be a... there'll be like a theme each week that they work on, and like they did last time.
Toys.
It will be...
Toys is the next one.
Toys, is it? Well, that'd be cool then, wouldn't it? As they did the last one, they will mark each other out of 10.
That's
and
right.
the one who scores the lowest
remember this now.
will have to do a challenge at the end. Now, there's 6 episodes which will be on. I'm going to make a little bit of prediction now. I don't know anything about. I don't know any inside info.
Go on.
I predict that each of them will finish last
At some point.
at some point.
Well, there's
Just
5 of
saying.
them, though.
Yeah, I know there's
So
5.
that means
isn't it?
one of them's going to get 2.
Maybe.
At least.
Yeah, maybe.
And hence be crowned the worst magician of the show.
Because could you imagine if it was just the same person each week?
Give
Just
up,
like,
wouldn't you?
Joe off, forget it.
No, I remember that. I'm sure we talked about it on the show when it was round first time. My only problem with this show, the actual material I thought was quite good as it went on, but I didn't like that end bit. Because I don't like seeing these death-defying feats on TV, because I think, well, if it went wrong, they wouldn't show it. So it's kind of worse. It's probably a magician point
like
of view.
to see it though, don't they?
Talking to TV on Magic, I caught up with Troy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
How is he?
So he's lovely, doing very well.
Where'd you catch up with him?
Had a little bit of cake. So
with his mates in the bar?
Yeah, playing ping pong. And
but he uses doves, and that's weird, isn't it?
That was really good. Really good dove production.
Yeah.
Just to be able to hold that dove egg and crack it with the bat just right to get the dove to pop out.
You're going to get people coming into shop hour and saying, have you got any of them ping pong dove bats?
You know what?
Have you got a dove bat?
I've got dove pans.
I'm just going to get onto me wholesaler and just order 12 dozen ping pong bats. But yeah, that's it there. That's it. I hate it when people come in asking me, do you sell rabbits? Do you sell doves? It's not a pet shop.
I have one issue with Troy, and it's a similar sort of issue with Killer Magic, to be honest. There was one trick he did. It was in the first episode, I think, and it's a pro mystic effect where somebody colours something in with different pens.
Yes.
And he used it with a trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a really good trick, really nice presentation, great idea to have them design, because you can do that now, can't you?
Yeah,
I
you
think
can.
Nike, they do this thing where you can design your own trainer online. So I think it's a great bit of presentation. The thing that really annoyed me about it was at the beginning, he has to say to the guy who works on the stall where they were performing, have you got a pen? And the guy's like, I've got a biro, or I have these
crayons.
Yeah.
I've got my felt tips.
Who carries them? Do you know what I mean? No, he's not going to have a tub of...
Felt pens and an A4 sketch pad.
Right, the pads maybe, because he could write signs and stuff, but for me, there would have been no problem there with Troy saying, OK, we're going to do something. Yeah, I've got some felts here, look. That's fine. I'm doing a magic trick. I'm allowed to have a prop with me.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like a magician thing. It looks like a little tub of felts, and I think it almost. And again, I really think it's the magician's head in me. This, but I think it almost brought more emphasis to the felts doing that than just saying, "Yeah, I've got some felts."
I think you liked it more. I think you liked this programme a lot, and I'll tell you why. That as somebody who knows Jonty personally, whenever he likes something a lot, he kind of goes out of his way to try and find a downside.
Because I am quite a pessimist.
Yeah, so it's like he's trying.
See, I don't think there was really a problem with that with the pens.
No.
For TV and for normal people.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Normal people, isn't it? But I just don't think it added anything to it. I'm not sure it pulled it off.
But let's carry on talking about Killer Magic.
Yes. Anyway, Killer Magic, good.
So,
comes on Tuesday next week, 10 o'clock, BBC 3.
You'll catch it on iPlayer after that all the time anyway. But yeah, I'm glad it's back because I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah,
I think they have a good, healthy selection of magicians from all different walks of life, all different styles almost.
Different style. I wouldn't say different walks of life.
Well,
they're all 20-something good-looking people, aren't they?
I don't know.
Well, they're not all good-looking.
There's only 3 of them that I go to bed with.
Yeah.
Move on to the next story. Let's.
So, next one. Miss Musao Sissoko.
Musa Sissoko.
I'm glad I didn't have to read that bit out.
Musa Sissoko, his name is.
Right. He's a sports ball performer.
Right. Okay. Can I do this now? right. I'm gonna.
He's a footballer, isn't he?
I'm just gonna stop you a second. I'm probably you as well.
Ball performer.
He's awful with it, honestly. I've been in the pub with him before when the football's on and a goal will go in or something, and John T will go, "Come on, the football's gonna score the goals." Doesn't quite understand it as much. You've been to Wembley Stadium to watch England play more than most people have been to their home team.
Went to the last game at Old Wembley, the first game at New Wembley. I've been to over 20 away matches now, England matches.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
My parents are massively into it, so when I was a kid I used to follow them around.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a clip somewhere in the deleted BBC files of a cameraman panning through the crowd at an England game, and all these England fans are standing there, arms outstretched, crying as they sing the national anthem, and Johnsy on his Game Boy. Anyway, Moussa Sissoko, Newcastle player, plays Newcastle United, who got tonked the other weekend by Everton, I believe. But he's just a football player. He's in the changing rooms before the game or half time or whenever, and somebody hands him what can only be described as a diver. By Jordan O'Grady. I can't do the voice at all, can I? I sound like some northern old woman who reads your palm on Blackpool Pier. Jordan O'Grady.
Here's how it's meant to sound.
Thanks for watching The Diver's Lung Tester by Jordan O'Grady.
Do we have to pay him for that?
No, he did it yourself, didn't you, Jordan? Just to take a load of cough drops afterwards.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, the
Advert,
Diver's Lung Tester has appeared on. Just someone's obviously filmed it and sent it into, I think it was Sport Bible.
Sports Bible. We spoke
Which is
about
like
these
Unilad,
before.
Lab Bible, etc., etc.
Clip show thing.
Yeah, and there's been a few magicians on there in the past. Sam Hurst, Magic Sam.
Yeah.
His video went huge of him in his swimming trunks.
So is this one.
Yeah.
What,
It's
Jordan?
what is it up to now? 2.2 million views?
2.2 million now, yeah. Which is, I haven't got it up on the screen, and
we're not going to.
but somebody else has
I
shared
think
it there. Look. I'm not putting it on the screen only because Facebook messes up a little bit with the recording, so unfortunately I can't. But on the Facebook page, the one I'm showing here is Jordan's copy of it. But on the Facebook page, it's had over 2 million views and thousands of reshares and comments and stuff. And
It was on Football Tweet
Right.
a couple of days ago as well.
Yeah, to be
So
fair,
they've obviously got it all there. They all share it then, don't they?
yeah, it does the rounds.
There's a lot of football users. Yeah, I mean, there's the video that we're looking at now is a different user who's put their tag, their
exactly.
details on the video and stuff.
Yeah.
So Jordan, first off, how do you feel?
I think it's all right. The annoying thing is you can't get credited for it, can you? It's
No,
already
we
out
spoke
there.
about this last time, and I think at the time Jordan was like, "Yeah, it's a bit unfair, but what can you do?" But now it's his video.
He's trying
to
he's got
tagged.
solicitors.
But like you say, unfortunately, the second it's posted, that's kind of it. Then it becomes its own beast, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
and also I think any attempt to try and sort of own it,
It don't work. I've tried to
doesn't
sort of-
work, and it becomes a little
Needy.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
I've tried commenting on
this.
Go on.
I've tried commenting on a few of the clips, but it don't work. I've tried messaging them saying, it'd be great if you could credit me for it, but
There's one that's been popping around as well on one of the thug pages of Tim from Grand Illusions having a go.
Yes.
And a few people on that one have been asking, because that shows a longer video of the first guy sort of doing it, and a few people there have been asking, how has he done that then? And what, so if I've seen one pop up, I've linked to your website and stuff.
Well, the original video's got close to 1 million views.
Yeah, on YouTube that one is, isn't it?
Yeah. The guy who's on the left is called Clive Panto, and I've although I didn't make that one, I've repaired it for him.
Yeah, I remember you saying that's quite.
Yeah. So
it's nice. It's good that it's out there. So again, shame you couldn't get a web address stuck on it, but
yeah. Well, I don't think even though it's got 2.2 million views or whatever, there's not going to be that many people buy them. They're all football fans and stuff like that, aren't they? So it's a different market.
Footballers don't.
Yeah, it's only a small market, innit? And footballers, they haven't got money either. It's not like they're going to be buying them themselves. I'm just going to say one little thing here, right?
Go on.
If obviously there's been over 2 million views now of this.
Yeah.
Are you worried that people will know about it a bit more? If someone said, "Oh, we are, have a go with this," are you worried about people going?
Not really, but I don't think there's enough footage of it. It's like 7 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't show any of the prep or anything really. It just looks like he's blowing on something with talcum. I think that's the thing that's a shame with it. Really, I think you've got to have the premise of what's meant to be happening.
Yeah, beforehand.
That really funny, I think, but
yeah,
it's good. So who is he? He's Newcastle. Is he worth money? Is he amazing?
He's not great.
No idea.
He's all right. He's not a bad player.
Oh, good.
There you go. Anyway,
and
moving
moving on from the pitch to the stage. Like that.
Yeah.
Derren Brown is back with a new stage tour. pretty much does one of these a year now, doesn't he? Or one
every other year.
It's every other year, but he tours for 2 years.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, new show this year, 2015, it's called Miracle.
Have you been to watch any of them before?
Do you know what?
Yes.
I've never been to see Derren Brown live.
I think it was Something Wicked. I think I saw live. It was the one that had the let me move over a little. Sorry. It was the one that had the monkey with the banana, the gorilla with the banana, where he came on in a gorilla suit and took the banana away. So whichever one that one was, I had that. What about you? Have you seen one?
No, I haven't, but I think I'd like to. So I'm just going to check out a few dates for this.
I definitely think I've said it before when we spoke about him. I definitely think his stage stuff is his best work.
Yeah, I've just looked actually as well, and he's in Sheffield City Hall on 13th, 14th, 15th of April.
Right.
And the City Hall in Sheffield's quite a nice small venue, really.
Oh, right, okay, so it'd be quite intimate.
Yeah.
Who's beating? There is at the Empire in Liverpool. That's be where we see him probably. It's the weekend after Deception. Oh no, it's not. It's the weekend. Oh, it's the week of Deception. Just gone. Oh, that might be good then.
That might be all right. That'd be
spend me profits on seeing
Well-
Derren. Well, I'll spend my profits on some popcorn if I go and see Derren Brown.
the last time he was in Liverpool,
Yeah.
Andy Nyman went on his Twitter and was like, "Oh, I'm on my way up to Liverpool to go and see Derren."
Oh, that's
and
right.
I messaged him and
Yeah.
said, "Do you want to pop in the shop, have a cuppa?"
Yeah, that's right.
And he came in with David Regal
And his kid.
and Andy Nyman's
Andy's
kid.
kid,
Yeah,
sorry,
They
yeah.
came in. They were, and they were actually absolutely charming.
I'm sure
an
they were.
absolute delight. I said to him, "Are you going to see the show tomorrow?" And he went, "No." It's like, "Have you tickets?" He said, "No." So
Never mind.
I'll send him a message.
Yeah, you pals.
We're buddies now, me and Andy.
I can't remember much about Infamous, which was last year, wasn't
It
it?
hasn't been on telly.
No, but hasn't it?
No. They're normally filmed and put on television, aren't they? But it
Which
hasn't
was the
been
one
on.
at the end then where he does a series of memory feats?
Oh, no, hang on a minute. Was that
I'm sure I've
Infamous?
seen it. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen up to where they are. So
Oh, I don't know. I'll catch you next series.
The Deception Convention returns to Liverpool in the UK on Sunday the 14th of June 2015. We've got star lectures from John Allen, Kieran Johnson, Alan Rorison and Grant Clark. We've got over a dozen dealers and 2 yet-to-be-announced exclusive hands-on workshops. So exclusive, we haven't booked them yet. And our after-show party includes performances from John Allen, the one and only Aaron Hayes, and Kieran Johnson's Prestidigitation Regurgitation Act, which is about as difficult to watch as it is to say. For more information and tickets, go to www.deceptionconvention.co.uk. Right, time for your quiz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This
I need to
week-
pull it back, don't I?
You
What score is it now?
6-3 we're on now. To
I told you this, mate.
To Aaron.
I said this would happen all along.
you said, well, you said you'd clean
You
it
did.
up after 26 weeks, which you haven't.
Well, all right. Well, give me a few more then.
well, no, because 29 now. At
All right then.
least.
Okay. All right.
This week, it's all about the man himself. We've just been talking about him, Mr. Derren Brown.
Brownstone.
So let's see your buzzers. Aaron goes. Jordan goes. Oh dear, that sounded a bit.
Oh.
Bit wet that,
That was
weren't
a
it?
little, yeah. Never mind. First of 3, as always. Best of 5.
You know what this quiz is. It's simple. It's 5 questions.
5 questions. Here we go.
Best of 5.
Best of 5. First
Yes.
of 3.
Yes.
Question number 1. A well-known Bristolian is Derren Brown. That means from Bristol, Jordan. Who studied law at Bristol Uni, and which language, law, and which language did you study at uni? Have a guess. It was neck and neck. I'm going to give it Jordan.
Spanish.
No.
Latin.
No.
English.
You don't
Italian.
get all in one go.
German.
It was German. It
French.
was German. You're still guessing
Mandarin.
4.
Cornish.
0-0.
Welsh.
Question number 2. What was the name of his first TV special? Special, not series. Special.
Ooh. What do you mean?
I'm going to guess at the heist. But I
Jordan,
don't
say
know.
again.
The heist.
No, sorry.
Can I?
That's probably second or third, weren't it?
Yeah, it was early though, I think.
Oh,
Go on.
Trick of the Mind. That's a series.
No,
isn't it?
series. Yeah, the first special was Russian Roulette, actually.
Oh, really? Was it? Really? Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh,
number
my.
3. My phone's gone off.
All right, guys. Cheers. Oh my.
Number 3.
Oh my.
He's actually a benefactor of this bird's national trust. What bird is Derren Brown a big fan of? Go on.
Parrot.
And we're off the mark.
Hey.
Somebody's scored a point. Yeah, he actually has a pet parrot as well.
Stuffed or
Is it?
alive?
What's it
He's
called?
probably got a few parrots and a few stuffed ones and a real one. And it is called Andy Neumann. Question number 4.
Oh, that's not fair.
He's had 4 books released.
Yeah.
Name 3 of them. You're shaking your head. Go on.
Absolute Magic.
1,
Pure Effect.
2.
Oh. Trick of the Mind? It's not Trick of the Mind, is it?
No.
Ah.
Jordan,
It's
do
something
you want to
like
go
that,
in?
though.
All you got to do is get 1 to win a point.
Hypnosis.
No.
What is it called?
Tricks of the
Tricks of
Mind.
the... Oh, come on!
No, you
No,
can
I'm
start
having
off.
that.
I'd give it Jordan.
I'm
You're not
having
having
that.
it now. It's 1-0
I'm having
still
that.
to Aaron. Who's having it? Who's having it? Says who?
Me.
Says who?
Zazu.
And your last one, number 5. Jordan, you need this to go to a tie. Please don't, though, because I haven't got a tiebreak question.
Oh, come
number
on.
5.
I'll whisper you the answer.
What was the name of his last series? Not special, series.
Oh.
I'm going to guess the heist.
No,
What?
that was a special.
Ah.
No, his last series.
Series?
Yeah?
Was it Trick or Treat?
No, The Experiments. it was
Oh,
called.
of course. Yeah, I do
Series
remember
of
it as well.
3.
Yeah, never mind. That mean I win?
That means you win.
Oh,
1-0.
yeah.
1-0.
Hey, it doesn't matter how they go in, mate. As long as they go in.
So that makes it 7-3.
Whoop,
overall,
whoop,
1-0 win to
whoop,
Aaron.
whoop. I like them apples, eh? Those quiz apples. Nicest brand.
I think I've gone a bit too far with the music here.
I did. We're going to wait a little bit and wait. Nice.
Is it finished yet?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. There it is.
Oh,
There you
God.
go. That was
There,
good, wasn't it?
Yeah, there it is.
Took a
It's
while.
time to announce the winner of our competition, our Roddy McGee So On Full 52 competition that we've been running for the last couple of weeks. We had a picture on the Facebook page taken from the DVD, and we asked people to come up with a funny caption for them. This has been... It's not been drawn by random, I won't lie. We took the ones that we thought were funny and pulled one of those from random out of the
Yes.
pile of the ones that were good. Because
Some
of them
people
were
didn't
rubbish.
quite understand it.
No.
Some people, with a couple of comments which were like, see, the button is attached to my jacket.
Yeah, and we didn't really want like a commentary.
That's not what it... We don't want you to write down what he's actually saying at the time. It's a funny caption. But
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
So one of the one that came out of the hat of the funny ones that we thought goes to Nem Phoenix.
There you go.
I'll put an applause sound
Winner.
effect there or something, I think.
Well done, then. Well done.
So well done, Nem. I will get in touch with you to get your details off you and find out where you live. Right, moving on. This week we have a new competition. We're going to be doing a tag and win, a like and share competition on Facebook. So we're just going to put a picture on there. You're going to have to like it and share it for your chance of winning. It is a Big Blind Media goodie bag.
Almost a bundle, you would say.
A little Big Blind Media bundle this is.
2
We've got...
DVDs.
Well, we've got Aidan Kaufman's 52 Pieces of Paper, which is a really, really good DVD.
I thought that was the deck of the cards.
No, that's the name of the DVD. Yeah, you're
that's the
not
name
getting 52 pieces.
Well, actually, you are in a sense. But it's you know what, it's actually quite nice. I would say that it's good for well, to be honest, for all talents really, beginning, so on and so forth. But it's got a few little teach you a few nice productions in there. Ways of producing cards. A few.
You can tell he works in a shop, can't you?
Yeah, you can tell he's doing the
routines.
plug.
as well. And he has a really, really nice bit on the multiple card top palm as well, which is really cool.
Okay.
The second DVD we have is Ryan Schultz's Miracles Without Moves.
Right.
I'll be honest, I've not seen this.
Right, okay.
But it sold well at Blackpool. Mm-hmm. And he looks cool. So,
Oh, well, there you go. If you want a DVD of someone who looks cool. And also...
apparently he's an expert on the 21 card trick.
Oh, good.
So
2-hour DVD
no,
on the 21 card.
only joking. And we will also throw in a deck of the Carnival cards, the Death Heads as well, the Carnage edition,
Carnage.
which are very, very nice.
Carnage edition, because these were plastic, weren't they? The
They
design.
were, yeah. Yeah, the cards themselves were
So
plastic.
there you go on the YouTube if you're
That's
looking.
a wrong thing to say, isn't it?
What's that?
The cards were plastic, because the plastics were plastic.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, then move
So
on.
that's what we're giving away. There'll be a like and share picture on the Facebook page. There it is. That's the picture you're going to have to take a picture of. And like and share on that to win that. So well done to Nem for winning this week. And make sure you go onto the Facebook page, facebook.com/deception podcast for a chance to win again. Right, it's time for Sounds Like You're Playing With Yourself. Jordan, where's this from?
This is from...
What was he holding then?
I don't know. It's not there anymore.
Well,
Some heavy just drops.
should
The
have a big-
heaviest
I
thing
don't
in the
just
world.
picked it up. Marvellous Matthew Wright. Nesting Deck Shells.
Is that what it's called?
I think it's actually called Multiplying Boxes.
Multiplying boxes. But no, it does say nesting deck shells.
Yeah,
on there, doesn't it?
multiplying boxes, nesting deck shells.
He's very good when it comes to.
Yeah, good.
He's very good when it comes to coming up with like a description of an effect.
Marvellous.
Yeah, it's put Marvellous on the beginning of it. We've said this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
But it's very good though, isn't it? It's nice,
Do you know
nice
what?
trick.
I really, and I think I mentioned it before, but at Blackpool we were on the balcony,
Yeah.
and every now and then you'd have a look over and he'd be demming it.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole weekend I was going, look, do you know what? That looks really, really good. And to
Yeah.
the point, I mean, I bought one in the end.
Yeah,
so,
it's a pretty bit of magic in it. Nice way to start, because I think the last thing
It's a good opener, isn't it?
you end up with a deck at the end of it, don't you, to go into whatever you want then, I
Yeah.
think. So
Yeah.
this is good. So very good trick. Keep an eye out for it. Have a look. Multiplying marvellous cards. Here we go. It's this week's... I don't know what it is. Sounds like you're playing with yourself.
Sounds like you're playing with yourself. They should be loose and should slide on and off without any friction at all, really. You know, pull up the back side there. So it's the middle one that you want to play with, either stretching or pulling. You can stretch the outer one if you're still a little tight. So because these are sliding in and out of each other constantly, pull out, extend the fingers, tilt, pull out, extend the fingers, pull out. Now I just pull straight off.
It sounds like you're playing with yourself.
That's so wrong, that, isn't it?
Right, it's time for this. This week we asked you, lovely people of the internet, to tell us the last thing you stopped performing. So the most recent trick you decided, no, I'm done with that.
Magic.
I'm going to put it away. And also for what reason it was as well. So quite a few of you got in touch. Andy Lameth said Ring Flight Revolution. Got paranoid about losing or damaging the spectator's ring.
Oh, misses.
Now I do want to say that Dave Bonsall pretty much puts his life on the fact that one of these ain't breaking, is he? But
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be Dave's ring
no,
flight
just
either, does
our
it? Could
ring
be any.
flight, yeah. But I don't use a ring flight for that reason. Really, I'd be too paranoid about ever. So, for me, it
I've
would
still
only
got a
take-
ring flight, and I'll be honest, I still haven't used it, and I've had it since Dave released it.
I really like Ring Flight Revolution. I really want to get one, but I just haven't yet. So at the moment, I'm still using Harry Robson's Fly Drive instead. But
He's still doing
Harry
that.
Robson's,
well,
wasn't it?
he's released.
He released
Right,
it.
okay, yeah.
Colin, what's his surname?
Yeah, Magicson,
Firth.
Yeah.
Farrell.
The
Jackson.
No, I don't use one for the reason that right. I'm the sort of person, right, that if I was wearing my diamond ring
As you often
and
do.
I'd lost a stone, and a magician said to me,
Oh,
"Can I
you've
borrow a
lost
ring?"
weight.
You look well, you've been ill.
And the magician said to me, "Can I borrow a ring?" And I gave it him. When it come back, I'd say, "There's a stone missing out of that." So I think
Yes.
there's a nice, easy way of me getting a stone replaced for free.
Yeah, but not everybody's a knob.
No, I know, but I am. And
Well,
there are
that's
other
fine,
people
yeah, but I
out
wouldn't
there. And there are
perform
other
for you,
people
would
out
I?
there. Yeah, but you wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know I was.
Yeah,
All
you
I'm saying
would.
was-
You
all I'm
would.
saying
Within
is-
20 seconds, I would know.
All I'm saying
not to
is,
perform for you.
for me, there is no way of stopping that. And anything that I can perform where I've got no say in how it goes, that's not for me. And that's the only
I
reason.
suppose if you're worried about actually losing a diamond out of the ring, just get somebody to give you a normal wedding band rather than a stone
Scratch
one.
now. Scratch a bit.
I actually say if I'm ever going to do it, I say, right, I need to borrow, and it sounds silly, but I need to borrow a ring. And then when somebody goes, oh, I'd say, no, it doesn't need to be a personal one too. Yeah, don't be giving me a really expensive one. Surely one of you is wearing a bit of costume jewellery.
Bit of tat.
Surely one of you is, and you'll always get someone to go, oh, I am. Yeah, I got it from Claire's Accessories, £3. So I go down that route for straight away because yes, like you say, I don't like the idea of borrowing somebody's ring. A friend of mine used Richard Sanders, what was it called? Interlaced?
Interlace on the shoe.
On
Ring
the
on
shoe.
Yeah.
And the gimmick had slipped in his shoe and moved round. So when
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. When the ring arrived, it carried on
It didn't
arriving
arrive.
and arrived.
It kept arriving.
It kept
And
arriving.
it arrived all the way down the.
It arrived 2 tables away, underneath 2 tables
And
away.
it was on
a
performing
shoelace.
He was performing on a boat.
It wasn't on a boat. It wasn't on a boat, but it arrived a couple of tables.
It went over
away.
the side of the boat and it caught a fish, cut it open, and inside was ring.
Got my name on it. But yeah, because of that, I thought that's so. Because he had to stop. He had to go. You know, I'm ever so sorry about this, but we need to crawl around the room now while we find
anything
your
like
ring.
that for me is just too risky. I'll borrow a coin, get it signed or whatever. No, for any jewelry,
Bend it.
too risky for me.
Bend it with your natural face.
Stacey Smith has said, I've been thinking of dropping my sponge ball routine for a while. It takes up too much pocket space as it stands, and although I like the ending, I feel I've grown too sloppy with the timing of my vanishes. At least for now, it's out of my act.
It's a brave move, isn't it? I mean, I know people will slur on sponge,
Do you know what?
I love it.
I will say this question has really opened the. You know, we've got 2 definite camps here on a few things later on, and one of them is sponge balls, which we will get on to.
Rob Sharp, combustion, as it can never get the blinking thing to work, and also card on ceiling.
Combustion was the relighting match,
Yes.
or the self-lighting match.
Yeah.
The relighting.
Was it relight? I can't remember
Yeah.
it.
No, it was relighting.
I think you lit it, and then you blew it out,
You asked
and then
them
it
to
lit
hold
again.
Yeah, and then it would light again.
Yeah.
And I know somebody used it, and it looks okay, but he had the worst comment ever, which I think made people just stop using it.
Which was?
Well, the comment was from a table. Oh yeah, it's just like them birthday candles. The candles you blow out.
Oh,
and then they come back,
the relighting
and you
candles.
think, just like them candles you get. Oh, that's just like them candles. The minute that person's uttered them words,
Oh, wow, I
Yeah.
didn't
you
even
go,
think about
well,
that.
do you know
yeah.
what? I can never use... Because if that's how a spectator's mind goes, that quick, then it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you say.
No,
to a
it
layperson,
It doesn't
it's
matter.
a trick.
Even,
It's a trick match.
Even saying, oh, no, it's not that. It doesn't matter, does it? It's the method's in their head then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lawrence Turner put spectator trying to mouth inflate a modelling balloon. Someone nearly died. I'm assuming he's giving them a balloon to try and blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs a little competition with them, doesn't
I
he?
know the story of this.
He's
some
replaced
guy
it
had
now, though,
like
with a lung tester.
He has, yeah.
Yes.
Some guy had an aneurysm or something, didn't he, while he was trying to blow one up?
I think so, yeah. He said... Because I asked him to explain that to me, because he mentioned it to me before, and then he came up to the stand at Blackpool and we had a bit of a chat about it. But yeah, he did say that somebody nearly died while they were mouth inflating a balloon. So he's replaced it with a lung tester, yeah.
I think the idea was that he was doing like a lung... He was doing a bit of banter about testing lungs, wasn't he?
Yeah.
'Cause they are difficult to blow up, aren't they, I think, unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nemeth Phoenix, who won the competition, has put sponge bunnies. Started to feel like a cheap and tacky, easy reaction, plus they cost a lot to feed. I understand the cheap and tacky bit. Easy reaction, why is that a bad thing?
I don't know.
Do you know what? You're the sort of person, Aaron does it as well, that Aaron will pass a card to the top of the deck, and if no one's looking, he'll double undercut it, it's back to the middle, and pass when they look again.
Yeah.
Aren't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's too easy.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I do. I do. But I do like. I use sponge all the time.
Yeah, my own.
Sponge balls or sponge rabbits.
Do you know what? I've never used the rabbits, only because I could never find a good patter, so I use sponge balls.
Yeah, I've got the rabbits. I still stick with balls.
We just keep quiet. That's on the outtakes, innit?
Yeah.
I've got the rabbit, but I still stick with balls.
Name of the show.
Andrew Vaughan has put setting the spectator on fire has to go. I enjoy. I wasn't expecting that. Sorry.
It's a good
I didn't realise he was
You
just making a joke. I was thinking, what's this? I've not seen this. The new thing from Enigma, is it? What's this? Setting spectator on fire has to go. I enjoy it, but I'm starting to get complaints and some legal action. Sports.
Gareth Shoulder writes sponge balls because anyone that carries sponge balls around with them is not the type of guy I'd want to invite to my party.
But somebody who's got a deck of cards, a permanent marker pen, and
a wallet that goes on fire.
Yeah, he's perfectly acceptable. But I kind of get it. Geraint Clark has put, who's soon to be lecturing at Deception Convention 2015, has put Omnideck. See, this is where it starts getting a bit controversial now, this. Because the deck doesn't vanish, people. It's just you sneaking a plastic box in their hand, which is how the spectator will deconstruct it after the fact.
I will discuss it very quickly. I've never told them that the deck vanishes. So if that's what, if
it
you're
depends on the line of pattern. That's all.
I've never said to them, look, the deck has disappeared.
Yeah. See, I do.
Do you? Well, then you're a mug and you need to get it sorted.
I use it as the end of a sign card routine. I do a back palm of the sign card. And bring it back and say it's very easy to make a single card vanish. It's a lot more difficult to make the deck vanish at this point. Pretty much.
That's
I don't think that's
well.
mine. I think I've heard that from somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably on the routine it come with, I guess.
I usually, if you sat around the table as well, I do the vanish in front of them so they all see the card.
Yeah.
Around the table and the other people don't. I know it's a bit of a spoiler alert for people, but
that's fine. I do that.
It's a bit of, I use it as a bit of a gag.
If I'm in a seated, loads of different seats around, I'll do a back palm and I'll bring you around and say it looks rubbish to them, by the way, and show what the people behind see. That's fine.
I did it in my circle audition and they didn't complain there, so
exactly.
Can I carry on with that briefly?
No, come on.
When he says it's just you sneaking a plastic block into their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't watch stealing? It's just you taking the watch off. Coin on shoulder. It's just you putting a coin on there.
Yeah.
They deconstruct. Of course, they deconstruct things. You'll see, how many times? And I'm going to go back to like a sponge effect, or even a coins in their hand effect. And you say, open up your hand, and then they have two in their hand now. They have two in their hand.
People will always deconstruct stuff, and Lucy just walked past. People will always deconstruct stuff in their mind, rightly or wrongly as well. But, a lot of the time they'll get stuff wrong.
Do you want to shut up? How many times do you have people say, did you feel another one in there? Did you feel that happen? Did you feel another coin? And they go, oh, no. Yeah, I get tons of people. I use the Omnideck, so I am a little bit defensive. Will say, did you feel it go in there? And they go, no. Do you know what? I'm absolutely fine with them thinking I've sneaked a plastic block in their hand.
Is it? Do you know what I mean?
I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it because all it means is they go, yeah, he must have put it in. When? I no idea. Yeah. So that's fine for me. That's absolutely fine. I think. Do you know what? I don't think I'm a magician.
Yeah.
I'm totally
think. I'm a guy who knows magic tricks.
Yeah, I don't think that I sit there and go, and the reason that the banknotes or this can really be emotionally connected to us and watches it as it moves in the palm of your hand. I don't care. No. I want them to pick a card, write their name on it, find it in their arsehole. That's it. Enjoy your beer. So anyway, moving on. Let's read some more comments, shall we?
Gareth Shoulders agrees with Grains. Has put excellent point. Omnideck died for me when a guy said, "Yeah, I saw a magician once and made the deck of cards turn into a block of plastic." That's a cool trick. Still, It's all right. What they're going to say? You turned it into a piece of solid air where the deck used to exist. Well, yeah, it's a block of plastic. That's quite a good trick.
I think his point is, though, that, probably more than one magician is doing it.
Maybe. Then I respect that.
That is a very valid
I will
argument
respect
from the
that.
deck.
However,
everyone does it.
I say, I know, I've seen Gareth Shoulder work. I've worked with the guy. He's a lovely, lovely chap, very good magician. However, he does extreme burn. So, for him to say, I saw a magician once made a deck of cards turned into a block of plastic. Well, what? A lottery ticket turned into a £10 note?
Yeah.
Something has changed into something. Surely that's a magic trick, is it not?
Chris Piercy agrees with us. Omni deck is still good, but just needs a more original presentation than most people are willing to put into it. Excuse me. And Mark Bennett has said he no longer does card to pocket routine with a double back.
With Derren Brown.
The man that's the only trick.
That means he hasn't got an act.
That means Mark Bennett has sadly retired
do you know what?
from Magic.
I've known Mark for probably getting towards a decade now.
Yeah,
about 8
close to
years.
it, yeah.
And that's the only trick I've ever seen him do is his bloody card to pocket using a double backer. Chris Piercy's been back on and said, if you've been seen to shuffle the deck the second before the cards are put into their hand, then it makes the deck a lot stronger and much harder to reverse engineer.
Yeah. I always have the deck of... I always
Well, you can't shuffle it, though, because it's a solid block of plastic.
I spring them. I spring them while literally before they're all... In their mind.
You spring them into their hands. Say, hold your hand out.
I spring them into their hand and then go there. Phil Taylor, the Power, has said, extreme burn, I needed the cash back. That's
I've
a point
done
there.
that.
Could you go out with thinking, I don't mind, I'll do it £20 notes, £100?
That's what it's 80 quid, isn't it, that? Basically. I've done that, but not as big a scale. It's all right, go on. I used to do 4 coins across routine using £2 coins and a shell. And a few times I've gone in, I said, I've got skint, so I'm going to have to go and get me 8 quid out of the magic box.
He does it with 2p's now.
Yeah.
2p's.
I do it with, that bit of cardboard you get out of the top of a party popper? I use them now.
Ooh, £1.
Are you reading the next one, Jordan?
From Daniel Wood.
Yeah.
Have you edited it?
No, we actually haven't touched it, no.
All card tricks, because personally, I think they're overdone.
Cliched.
It's cliched. He hasn't got a thing on it.
That's what did me. Cliched and unnecessarily. Probably controversial, but I've seen so many people's eyes gaze over while even the well-known magicians bring out a deck of cards. They play along out of politeness, and of course, but I think there's so much that can be done without going down the pack of cards route.
See?
Or the pick a card route.
I am...
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, but no, do you know what? I don't think you're right, Daniel Wood. And I'm not a card magician as such.
Go on, you have
I think it depends how far you're going to take it with card tricks. I think there is a place for card tricks, but I think so many of them is boring.
I do one card trick.
Yeah, I'd probably say I do
one card trick at a table.
Yeah.
I've just got it's a bit of everything: signed card, bit of ambitious, bit of card to pocket. I've got a little routine, and if I'm walking around, I've got a card routine that works. It's like, at a different eye level, and that's it. When I perform to a group of people, they see one card trick at most.
I do an ambitious,
yeah,
and then the only other thing that I do with cards is like a multiple phase routine, where a lot of people probably think it's a little bit over the top because I have quite a few different productions like the Card in Ice.
I don't think it's over
John
top.
Allen's Box.
I don't think it's over the top. I think it's a good 25 minutes of magic. I don't think it's over the top at all.
I don't agree with they play along out of politeness, of course. How do you know? I've been to tables and groups where people have said, can you show me another card? I love card tricks.
Yeah, but I don't agree with Dan that everybody's like that. I have people who, when I first bring out a deck of cards, play along with the fact that they're interested. No, by the end of it, 99.9% of the time you've got them and they've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But when that first I know a lot of people don't like this. I'm a little bit apologetic about the fact I use cards. If I'm honest with you.
I've seen you do that.
I'll make some dead tacky joke like, it's in every magician's contract that they have to do one card trick. I'm really sorry, it'll be, or something shit like that, probably. But you do get people who go, oh yeah, because they imagine the 21 card trick. They imagine,
So moving on then, Wayne Goodman says fire wallets, which is the vanishing bandana of close-up magic.
I don't really get the vanishing bandana reference, but I agree that
it's probably because it's used all the time, isn't it?
Overdone, right? Okay.
Yeah.
They see it as overdone, don't they? Because every
I haven't done vanishing bandana, have you?
Not close up, but on stage. Yes, we have.
Yeah. Even the wizard, even the beacon of originality that is the Wizards of Oz have used the vanishing bandana.
And we come up with a boxes routine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fairness, though, we wrote our own.
We did write our own,
things,
we did. Well, when we did the bandana, the idea was that one of us was reading the instructions out, and one of us was doing the trick. So we got a bit of back and forth banter as opposed to just the one gag of listening. But if you go to any holiday park that has a magician on, who's just like a standard working cabaret guy, I 100% guarantee, maybe not now, but at least a couple of years ago, he'd have been doing the vanishing bandana.
And do you think that the audiences are watching are not laughing?
No, it's funny, but yeah, I agree. If it's easy enough to do stuff that nobody else is doing, or very few people are doing, why would you do something that everyone's doing? Does that make sense?
No,
yeah, fair point.
I do understand what you're
saying.
saying.
Isn't that difficult to be original?
Chris Piercy says, I've never understood the use of fire wallets, to be honest.
And now Gareth just trolling.
Isn't he?
Hard. Gareth Shoulders come back on and said, ever worked a noisy function when the table aren't expecting you and had a few drinks? There you go. Instant attention. Agreed, they are a bit rubbish, but they have their place. I think you could say that about sponge balls, Gareth, but you don't like them, do you?
Yeah. Mark Paul says, I've used the fire wallet for a long time. I really like it, and most important, so do the audience.
There you go.
They love it, and they love...
Love a bit of fire.
I've performed fire wallet, though, and had spectators go, oh, I got one of them.
Yeah, that's the one. They have moved a little bit into the area of D-lights, haven't they?
My
magic shop sell them to lay people.
Your shop sells them, yeah. My mate's got one who's a builder, and he says, I've got this joke, I'll have to show it to you. So I says, all right. So we got in a taxi to go into town for a couple of beers, and taxi pulled up outside, brand new taxi and everything, took us into town. He says, that's just a £5, please, lads. So my mate goes, I've got it. I'll get taxi. Opens his fire wallet up, nearly set fire to the roof of a taxi, give him a £5 and got out. It stunk. They really smell, don't they, as well?
Yeah, they do.
Especially to do it in a car.
When they're new, they are.
You can buy the odourless fluid, but it's still you can still
fluid
smell
that stinks,
it. You can
isn't
still
it?
smell
Yeah.
it.
Rob Sharp has put, why all the 8 on the Omni deck? I've had people tell me about a time a magician made the deck change into plastic while I'm in the middle of my Omni deck routine. To be honest, when I was reading the script, I don't remember seeing your name so much. They were still just as surprised even when you got to the end of it. That's even better almost, because it's as if you could say, oh, did he? I'll go on, I'll do that as well then, you know what I mean? As if if you're halfway through it, that's even better.
Simon Tresidder.
And we'll leave this on we'll leave this discussion of what trick do you no longer do and why to Simon Tresidder,
who says, smash and stab, because it went wrong. Come on, that's how you stop in it.
There you go.
No, done. I'm done. I'm out of here.
If there's any one reason to not do a trick anymore, it's the drawing of blood.
So have you had out this...
I probably have
out?
got a few, but nothing's springing to mind because I can't think of anything that I purposefully have stopped doing for a reason, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I've just stopped doing stuff because you run out of time or whatever. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've genuinely thought I'm no longer going to perform that.
There's a couple of things with me. There's card on ceiling, which comes in and out of my act quite a few times, and I'll only do it on a special occasion. Probably the fact that it goes wrong a couple of times and cards end up everywhere.
Yeah,
I've started putting more bands on and
do you have any problem with the fact that you're sticking a card up to somebody's ceiling that's going to be quite difficult to get down?
Yeah, that's the other reason why I don't do it as well.
It when you arrive. I've had this recently in the last month. That's right. I've had gigs in the last month. We're only in March.
Nice to be working so soon after Christmas.
We're only in March. But I've turned up and I'm going, hi, I'm the magician. Is there anywhere where I can put me 8 flight cases? That oldest ding dong.
And me doves.
And me doves, yeah. Me ping pong bat. And I go, yeah, pleased to meet you. Hi, do you want to come take your coat? You don't do you don't stick a card to the ceiling, do you?
Yeah.
Because some of the ceilings are 20 feet high, and you're doing it in the middle of the room. It
ain't coming
arse
down,
for them to get there. Yeah, they can't do it.
Used to get it.
I've had exactly the same thing.
Used to get it like doing kids' parties. You'd walk in with your gear, and they'd say, "You haven't got a smoke machine, have you? You haven't got a ball machine, have you?" It just wouldn't be just because they've been burnt with them before, you know. And that's not what you want, is it?
Yeah.
I think for me, what have I stopped doing? I stopped doing card to wallet for no other reason other than I think a couple of times in a row at a gig it didn't work. It didn't go. It didn't load as quick as. Didn't load as quick as it normally had, and I thought, all right, well, I won't do it tonight. And the following gig, I thought, I'll just go along without doing it. And yeah, someone said, and I stopped.
What is that trouble actually loading the wallet?
Yeah. So I stopped that. And
What wallet you got?
Well, I don't want to say in case they listen, but it rhymes with Barry Lobson's bow wallet. I had a bit of trouble with it, yeah. So anyway,
for me, sometimes there's too many final reveals, isn't there? You know, like I use an Omni deck, and for me, using an Omni deck negates using a wallet because that. The wallet would be the last thing you do.
Sure.
And the Omni deck's the last thing you do. And, so really I only need one. That's probably the only reason I don't use a wallet. But I don't know, I do like a wallet. I've got a few, but I don't work them very often at all, really. What was your other one, Jordan?
I used to do human blockhead with a cigarette.
Oh, really?
Back in the day when you... Yeah, I used to push a cigarette out my nose and then pull it out.
So you're not getting not that thick, not that thick.
Do you mean the
that.
one that in the shop?
Just make it hide behind your hand. No, not that. Yeah.
No, yeah, proper cigarette.
I thought he was going to do it there with his biro. I was like, let's see. But a cigarette's really thick.
Yeah, I used to go way up and then pull it out. I used to just throw it on the floor. Or in the bin.
I was going to say it'd be covered in soggy, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I didn't perform it working. It was out in the pub with the lads and stuff.
So what made you stop doing it then?
Because one day when I did it, I had a few too many, and I went to pull the cigarette back out.
It was lit.
Yeah, and it was lit.
No, it was.
And it burnt my nose. And when I went to pull the cigarette back out, and I looked in my hand, I'd just got a tab end. So I've got the whole of the cigarette on my nose.
Tab end deep.
All the tobacco and everything, and I don't smoke. I think it's disgusting. So I'm there going, I'm just going to go to the toilet, and I'm trying to blow all this tobacco out my nose, and it were all stuck to my nose and everything. It were horrible.
Someone walking in and seeing that coming out of your nose as you're sneezing a Marlboro Light out your nose.
Oh, it were horrendous. I'm like, do you know what? I've done it twice as well.
Really?
Never again.
Use menthol.
Never again.
Use a menthol, bit milder in it. If you're gonna do it.
Use one of them e-cigs, you'll be all right. Plug it in, charge it.
It's all e-cigs now, isn't it?
Yeah, try that with an e-cig then.
Right, that's all we got time for this week, folks. Thank you very much for listening. Remember, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Deception Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at twitter.com. It'll be all here, it'll be all up on the video. You can find us at twitter.com/Deception Magic. And you can find us and more information about the convention at www.deceptionconvention.co.uk. You can find us individually on Twitter. I'm at John T. Sparrow.
I am at the Aaron Hayes.
I'm at Jordan O'Grady.
That's all we've got time for then. Thank you so much for listening. And remember to go on the Facebook page and like and share that for a copy of 52 Pieces of Paper and, what was the other one? Miracle, I forget, sorry. Miracles Miracles Without Moves, and some cards courtesy of Big Blind Media. And we'll see you next week. Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, right.
The Deception Podcast is a proud member of the Geekism Network. Get your geek around this. For more information on this and other shows, visit geekism-network.com.